Game lab number 16, and this assignment will take the idea that we worked on in game lab 15, keyboard control, and kind of just put it to work, and I'll describe, yours won't look like mine, but I'll describe what I'm after here today, and then you go make yours. There will be it's not there right now, but there will be a handout on Google Classroom that will look like this. It's not there yet. But you know the deal, that really everything that's in the handout I'm going to demonstrate. I do want to point out there's a bonus option. I'll show that too in this movie. But you can get 10 bonus points if you want to do a little bit of extra work, and it's not even that hard, but that's coming up here in a minute, so I'll show you that. All right. So I'm going to kind of hit the fast forward here a little bit. In fact, let me pull something out there and okay, yeah, that'll work. I can start with that. So the idea here is I want you to create, you're going to do this from scratch. So you're going to create a new program, and you'll have to go over to the animation tab over here. Let me trash that. I'm not using that. Okay. You'll have to go over to the animation tab and either make something or pull something out of the library if you want to. You could use an object that's in the library if you wish. I made this spinner wheel, kind of like a game show wheel, right? I didn't put an arrow on it or anything like that, but I decided to just make a spinner wheel that looks like this. But you don't have to do, you don't have to do that. You can get something out of the library, or you can upload something or whatever. You need an object that's going to spin. All right, so make it or upload it or get it out of the library or do whatever you're going to do. And then get over here and create the variable, right? I called mine spinner, and I put it right in the middle, and I made it look like that spinner wheel. And I scaled it because I wanted it to be a little bit bigger than what I actually drew it. So this is what it looks like right now, right? When I run the program, as you see the program right now, it doesn't do anything. So here is the task. I want you to write it so that when a key gets pressed, and really the key is up to you. Mine's going to be the space bar, but the key is up to you. When a key gets pressed, that object that you have spins. When you let go of the key, it doesn't spin. It only spins when the key is being pressed, the key that you pick. All right? And it's really not even that hard. But it's going to be a lot like yesterday. I'm going to use a control. I'll go to control, and I'm going to use an if block, and I'm going to go to world, and I'm going to use that whole key down thing. Because remember, this is not a key went down situation. We'll get into that later. But I want the thing to spin as long as I'm holding the key. If I let go of the key, I don't want it to spin anymore. So that requires a key down block, not a key went down block. Those are two different things. I mentioned that in the previous assignment. All right, so I'm going to do key down. And I'm going to use the space bar. And so it's kind of on the list there. It just says space. You could use a different key. If you want, just assign the key that you want to use. And I'm not 100% sure that every key on the keyboard will work on code.org, but you could try it. Try whatever key you want. All right, and then really, to make this thing spin, that's just another counter pattern kind of thing. We've done this before, right? We've done it before. It's going to be a sprite.rotation, so I'll bring in a sprite.rotation. I'll go get a math block. I'm going to use a plus here. I'll go back to sprites and get another sprite.rotation. And this is on mine, this is going to have to say spinner. All right, and then I just add in whatever. And the bigger number you put, the faster it's going to rotate. So I'll just put in a number for the rotation. When I reset that and I go to run it, okay, now when I first run it, nothing happens. And that's what it should be. Nothing should happen unless I press a key. And in my case, which key do I need to press? The space bar. And if I let go of the space bar, then the spinning stops. And that's how it should be. If you use key down, then it only happens when the key is being held down. So when I hit the space bar, my spinner wheel spins, and when I let go, it stops. And you know what? That's really it. That's the assignment to it. How easy is that? Now, on the bonus, there is, if you want to go for it, maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you'll get into it and do a little bit more. But here's a second version of it. that if I run this one and I hold the space bar. All right, so you see what we've got there. And really, I don't think it's a terribly difficult thing to figure out, but now I've got 2 spinners. The bonus is if you have more than one item on the screen and you press the button and you press your key and they spin in opposite directions. Well, I made that happen. Look, I'm holding the space bar down right now, so my spinner wheels are spinning in opposite directions. If I let go of the space bar, they do not spin. All right, and while I'm doing this, and you know, I'm no dummy. I know that you can pause the movie and look at the code. It's no big secret, right? But you have to build yours. You have to do yours. You have to do your version of this. And if you want the bonus, you got to do. And you could, I mean, maybe you get into it and you make 3 or 4 objects that are on the screen and they all spin. Or maybe you make it so that one object spins with the press of one key and the other object spins with the press of a different key. That would be okay too. You could do that as well. 10 bonus points for doing the extra work if you want to go to the trouble of doing the extra work. If not, you can get your 30 points of the day out of just writing a program that kind of looks like this, right? Okay. Off you go.